The eclipse is today. Oh, there's my coffee. My coffee. We haven't been making eclipse glasses. We were working on a solar project. And it's Monday, and this is the first day the children have been back at school in, I think, what seems like weeks. So exciting. So this eclipse has been on the radar a long time. I just watched the news. I feel totally out of it. Did you know that people are flying to Buffalo and Vermont and New Hampshire, Texas, all these places to watch this eclipse? And my daughter and I were talking about it this morning. She was like, we just had an eclipse in 2000 and whatever. And I was like, that was 2017. But this eclipse is different because the path of the eclipse is the shadow of the moon on the sun. Am I the only person that didn't know that? Evidently I am. 125-mile wide shadow. I mean, that makes me want to watch the shadow just as much as anything. And I just saw that there is a eclipse viewing party at our community college this afternoon. And I think our time to see it is between 3 and 3:30, which is when I have to pick up from school. So I'm thinking I need to pick up a little earlier. I mean, I don't want to miss this thing. We're only at like 75% coverage. But if you're at full coverage, you get darkness for 4 minutes. So they say the other day we had an earthquake. This morning there were tons of bugs on my car. And there was like a big wind blowing thing here that happened this past week. And all those types of things can happen before an eclipse. Well, they're closing the schools in Norfolk, Virginia. They ain't closing any schools in Eastern North Carolina. Darn it. Now, my dad is an optometrist. And so I talked to him this morning and I was asking him a few questions. And I was like, there's some people that are like, I'm going to see it. And then there are other people that are like, it's no big deal. It's just the same. It's like any other day. And this is true. You never want to look straight at the sun. In fact, most people do not, right? Because why would you look straight at the sun? You watch sunrises and sunsets and beautiful things, but you're not like, let me burn my retinas. So it's different than any other day because on a regular day, people aren't looking up at the sun. The other reason, you're in Avon Lake. That's my dad. That's where my dad was born. I cannot believe this is my kinfolk. And my parents aren't even going and didn't haul me up there. Anyway, the other thing my dad said that makes it different is the fact that your eyes are, you're in the dark, right? And so what is it? I wrote it down. Hold on, let me look. Where is it? Hold on. Okay. Total eclipses are dangerous because the sun can come out behind the moon and surprise you before you have a chance to look away. So you can look at it while it's totally covered, right? And you're looking and staring and everything's great. Well, while you're looking and staring, it's dark, right? So you know what happens when it's dark? Your pupils dilate so that you can let in enough light to see a good picture. So when it's dark, your pupils get big. And when it's bright, your pupils shrink. So when your pupils are big and you're up there looking like this, and then the sun comes out, your retina's burned. So it is different than any other day because of that. Anyway. Yeah, the sun. Oh, and then your camera. You definitely don't want to use your camera. Now, your camera, my dad did not know about this, so I had to look it up. Your camera, let me look what it said. Okay. It's a similar effect as if you took a magnifying glass and used it to concentrate a beam of sunlight. The difference is it's concentrated on your camera sensor. So any direct sunlight that shines into a camera sensor or camera lens can damage your sensor without a proper filter, which is like the point of eclipse glasses. So you do not want to shoot your camera directly towards the sun, because your camera auto settings are going to get ready and be like, it's dark. We're ready for dark. And then all of a sudden, the same way it's going to do your eyeballs, it's going to be bright. And your camera is going to be like, help, I've been blinded. I just saw the dumbest comment that I think Facebook has deleted, thank goodness. Even worse for cameras with an internal mirror. Who knows if a camera has an internal mirror? I do know that last night I said to my husband, I wish I had some Eclipse glasses. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, Eclipse glasses. He was like, I promise you, I cannot make this up. There's no such thing as Eclipse glasses. What? What do you mean? Yes, there are. He was like, no, there are not. He acted like I said I was going to get some Smurfs in here to clean. Why don't you have glasses for your family? Because I didn't know there was going to be an eclipse till like 3 days ago. Because I live under a rock. Hello, I'm Adrienne under a rock. And I didn't order them because that would have been too smart. Why don't I exercise every day? Denise, what else could I be doing? And then he says this, there's no way there would be something called, and he takes his fingers and goes, Eclipse glasses, because it would be a huge liability if somebody got their retinas burned up. I was like, NASA certifies the Eclipse glasses. He was like, no. The best thing to do is to take a paper plate and cut a hole in it and to look backwards. It's okay, Denise. What are you doing? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So basically, we're going to go to the community college and they have free Eclipse classes. And my husband is going to be doing this. He's going to be like this. Ah! Hiding behind Fruit Loop box. Do you have a Staples near you? No, I ain't got any Staples near me. I got Roses, Food Lion. Our library gives them out. What? The library has them? I don't know if ours does. I mean, and all the kids are going to be standing there getting picked up at eclipse time, burning up retinas. I'm just kidding. They're not going to be. I didn't know about the library. I'm going to have to call them and ask. Your grocery store had eclipse glasses? I don't know all this. I didn't even know we were going to be able to see anything until this morning. I saw we're in this 75% totality path. I mean, who knew that? Sonic has them. What? How do y'all know these things? You got yours on Amazon. Well, hello. I do understand that, but that would have required ordering them. Got free ones at the bank? You're kidding. Huh. Well, I might have to, I can't do all this. I cannot drive around. I got crap to do before the eclipse. Oh, Kimberly's making a camera obscura. She's getting out the Fruit Loop box. You have your glasses from 2017. I could very well have my glasses from 2017. And I would be like Rumpelstiltskin looking for those things. I mean, I would have no more idea where those were than fly to the frickin' moon. We told you yesterday. Well, what do you think? Amazon does helicopter deliveries in Edenton? You're going to watch it on your iPad. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Kroger. Yeah, look, Holly knows. Anyway, prepare yourself. I was going to do a live video of it, but I don't want my camera lens getting burned up. But my daughter said this morning, I said, make sure when you're at track practice, do not look up at the sun. It'll be dark. Your pupils are going to get big, and then your retinas are going to get fried. And she was like, how many people's, I've never met anyone that's had that happen. I was like, oh, it happens. I started reading stories. A man from 1982 was 13. His retinas are burnt up. And then this woman in 2017, she went to the doctor and was like, I see this dark space. And he looked in her eyes and she literally had a moon, a crescent shaped burn in her eye. True story. You watched Dolores Claiborne last night to get in the mood. Oh my gosh, I need you in my life. Oh, you're already one of my subscribers. Darn it, I should have known. I should have known. I'm going to turn on Dolores Claiborne right now and work on my chapter. $80 for parking spaces for tourists? Good for them. No, glasses do not expire, Deanna. They do not. I asked. They do not. TV with David Muir. David Muir's hair. If you just stood behind his hair, you'd be safe. I don't know what he puts in that stuff. Dippity-doo. I mean, it is thick hair. Why are y'all talking about Mark Robinson on my Eclipse video? Watch it on TV. If you watch it on TV, you also have to have on the glasses. It's very important. It's even more dangerous. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Ha ha ha. Sonic can't get my order right, and I'm going to trust him with my eyes. Right? Yeah, I tickle myself. I love your house. I'm glad you do. It's like cat pollen mess. It's just messy. I started cleaning out my closet, and then I gave up. So now I've just made a total wreck of my room. And I just can't deal with it. I'm not dealing with it. I have too much stuff to do. How did Amos do this morning? Amos, my little fellow with autism, went to school this morning. He was, he did pretty well. We made they had their planet project, solar project, and which is kind of perfect for the eclipse day. And anyway, so he did get to school, which was nice. Okay, subscribers. See you in a second.